Pablo Picasso stopped by to say hi, so you want to bring him in, or?
No, I don't know what Picasso looks like.
Neither.
It's a good visual.
That's it? Damn it.
Wait, I said Picasso, Pablo. Forget it.
Yeah, Picasso.
That's why I don't understand.
Picasso's an old, bald, fucking gray-haired
who knows
man.
what Picasso looked like?
Why is he making Dennis Miller jokes?
Yeah, Pablo Picasso's outside.
Yeah, apparently it's
I believe he brought his friend Rembrandt.
Damn it! Yeah, apparently it's a Vulcan Force fan.
Monet's coming by later in the week.
Hopefully somebody that can buy more into the Rubenesque type paintings than that.
1640 Battle of the Achilles. No one knows what you're talking about.
Fucking dick.
Who'd you ask Bob Kelly? Christo?
You see the confidence, like I'm hanging with Johnny Carson. I'm Dean Martin on Johnny Carson with my delivery, and I fucked it all up. Pablo Picasso.
Did you see that jerk?
Looks like France. Does it well?
Who?
Pablo Francisco.
Yeah. Pablo Escobar. Fun-loving guy, that one.
Oh, boy.
I'm overheating
is
right
he a
now.
fun guy, Pablo Escobar?
Yes.
If you read about the Medellin cartel, when they were in their heyday, when they were providing 80% of the cocaine into the United States.
Yes.
And it was him, and it was the Osha brothers.
Yes.
O-C-H-A.
Because Osha says so.
And it was Louis Gacha, who was the enforcer.
Gotcha.
G-A-C-H-A. He was killed years ago. I forget what they called
in
him.
the History Channel.
No, I read this. There's a book called The Man Who Made It Snow. You see a lot of movies, I don't know, based around this guy's life. His name is Max Mermelstein, and he was a Jewish guy who married a Colombian girl.
With that name?
I know.
Had him pegged as German.
What was his name again?
Max Mermelstein.
Mermelstein. That is the Jewishest name.
Well, he was the winner of Jewish name in history.
That's even worse than Max Jew Bag.
Jew.
What's my name? Max Jew Bag. I'm Jewish.
Holy.
Max Mermelstein, if everyone's done being anti-Semitic. Smart move, Bob, in the business.
No, I was just saying it's a Jewish name.
No, he's he was married to a Colombian girl, and he helped her brother cover up a murder, get rid of a body. So they kind of he became his what's the word? It's not a companion or something. It's when you okay for somebody in, but it begins with a C. Compadre. I think that's what they call it. And he became
it means friend in Spanish.
But I mean that's but that's what the well, I wouldn't know that. I'm not Spanish by birth like some people here.
Whoa, I'm Irish.
He got into the Medellin cartel. He was the highest American to ever get that close to the Colombians. And he helped orchestrate how drops were done, how the cocaine was dropped from planes into the U.S. And they were, I think I've talked about this before, but they were brilliant how they would set up the drops, you'd pick it up from the water, and then they would have it all in this specially built car, and they would have the car drive with all the, $1 million or $2 million of cocaine in it, and they would have a tow truck pull it. And that's how they would get it, because they figured people aren't going to pull over a tow truck and check the car in the back.
That's pretty good.
And they would have a drunk driver, a guy with a bottle of whiskey, in case that car did get pulled over, and the cop was walking up, they would have a guy with a bottle of whiskey in his hand plow into the cop's car.
Oh, fuck.
And not kill the cop, but drunk drive into the police car, and then while the cop was addressing this, that tow truck would just pull out into traffic and leave. So they had a system set up.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
He actually met Pablo Escobar. And then Americans didn't get anywhere near Pablo Escobar. I forget what he called him. But yeah, it was really interesting.
There's actually a good documentary on HBO right now about, I think it's maybe Showtime, about all that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Back in the, it's insane.
What's it called?
They had I forget the name of it. Actually, Attell told me to watch it. But it's insane. It's all about when they first started doing pot. And then this coke stuff was like whatever. And then they started
coke stuff.
Yeah, they didn't even know.
There's a future in it.
And there's these two guys. One was the boat guy, and one he was telling a story that the actual Coast Guard pulled him over
Gavin
on his boat.
McLeod?
And his name was MacGyver, I think. Hey, they pulled him over on the boat, and it was packed with cocaine. And right at that point, the Coast Guard's boat, the engine just went pop, and a piston shot out of it. And they were like, geez, can you give us a tow? And he was like, yeah, I guess. And he towed the Coast Guard in with his boat packed with
ballsy
coke.
move.
Oh, unbelievable.
Did he confess about the coke after?
And right
By
when he
the
pulled him
way-
in, he goes, "Guys, I just want to let you know, since we became friends."
And you know,
lot
they
of
probably
coke.
heard that story years later, and they're like, aha, you're good.
Let's go to Stryker. Stryker.
Striker. Striker.
Hey, buddies. Hey, the book that Jimmy was talking about, what Bobby was just referencing, it's on Showtime. It premiered, I think, this last weekend. It's called Cocaine Cowboys. It's about a 2.5-hour documentary. It was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's
It was
really
the
good.
whole story of Ochoa and Escobar.
Oh, Ochoa, right.
Talking about the DEA boat being towed in. It was actually really pretty interesting.
And they are all dead. I think Gotcha was killed in '89, and I know I'm saying his name wrong.
Well, but like that Max that you were talking about, and a few of those other ones were still alive because this was just all done within, I think, the last 18 months to 2 years that this was all filmed.
Yeah, Marmelstein is in the witness protection program.
Marmelstein. I'm in the witness protection program.
They abandoned him like dogs.
Pass the mullet fish.
It doesn't. How do you lose a Mermenstein?
He got in trouble.
Mermelstein.
He got in trouble, he got arrested, and he felt that they kind of abandoned him. And that's the only reason that they went with, because they
Karen.
Everyone's talking about this movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
wanna
It's
see
a
it.
great
Documentary.
movie.
Or documentary? Or is it
It's a documentary.
Right,
These
okay.
guys.
I love that
there's one-
shit.
The
Yeah.
guy showed up in, I think, Florida with, I don't know, he had like $400, and then and then he's just a millionaire,
Yeah.
like in a week or some shit. He showed up with nothing. Then he started
Like in a week.
He would drive. He would get the car. They would drop the coke in the water, and they would specially wrap it. But the Colombians kept fucking up.
Right.
And the guy was like, "Look, you have to wrap it this way. I'm dropping it in the ocean. If you don't, it's gonna." And they kept saying fucking whatever, and they lost millions just because they didn't wrap it right, and it would just go in the ocean and just
A
fucking
fish
dissolve.
doing 90 miles an hour. Looks like a speedboat going through the fucking water.
Well, Max told a story about that where they were. The packages were breaking open, and he had to, I think, explain himself to the Ochoa brothers.
You don't want to be in that position.
And they would basically wanted to know, are we being ripped off? Or is this the cost of doing business? And it got chalked up to the cost of doing business. I think they believed what he said.
I wonder if they work like people around here and go, no, this guy was supposed to wrap it. Let's bring him in. Hey, you're fat.
Our staff passes the buck. You don't think they're passing the buck when the Ochoa brothers want to know why $8 million worth of coke is fucking fish food? Why are the salmon swimming 200 miles an hour now?
That was my joke.
What was your joke?
My
He
fish
just said
swimming.
He just said it.
Mine was 80 miles an hour.
But he added salmon. You just said fish.
Dude,
you gave
talk
details.
about not listening. I was so wrapped up in my own shit. Queen City yourself. Cold asshole.
I can't wait. I love those on the replay. When you hear it and then bam, you hear it again.
It's a whole different show when you listen
Yeah.
on the replay.
Yeah, those guys would actually.
Half the stuff you're like, wow, he said that today.
Wait, Ann had one yesterday that I heard on the replay. Fuck.
Something funny that you missed the first time?
Yeah, I heard it.
that always happens.
Giggling. I was like, what the fuck?
All right, listen, we're going to move backwards. We got the Jon Stewart stuff. I think it's worth playing.